investing for early retirement. This is Ken Boyd. So even though you may still be in your 20s or 30s, it's never too late to start planning for retirement, particularly if you want to retire early, which is generally defined as retiring before age 65. And in fact, people who think about retiring earlier often end up retiring even sooner than that. So if you have plans to quit work at an early age, it's important that you start planning for that stage of life now as you start earning a regular income, assuming that you're out of school and you're starting to work full time. Now, the ability to retire depends on a couple of factors, including market risk you're willing to take, your investment costs over time, which really have an impact on your earnings that are often not looked at closely, and how much you save to invest. If you're a freelancer or self-employed, you can still create a plan to save for early retirement. So some points to bear in mind. First of all, it's crucial that you establish a budget that covers all your finances. This needs to detail what comes into your household on a monthly basis and what regular expenses you have to keep up with. And now this involves change, and change is hard. Creating a budget may require you to change, and if you want to save for early retirement, you may have to change a lot. The reason that people don't diet, don't exercise, don't solve bad relationship problems is that change is hard. And as a result, we don't really change or grow unless we're in real pain, because at that point, the pain of change is less than the pain of not changing. So if you want to retire early, you may have to change quite a bit. Discipline and time. I think with discipline and time, most people can accumulate far more wealth than they think is possible. As I mentioned, growing wealth requires change, which is precisely why most people don't make the effort. And the changes I'm suggesting involve an old friend, delayed gratification. And some decisions are relatively small, and we all make these. Dropping your subscription music service and listening to a free version like Pandora. Making coffee at home 2 days a week, which means you go to Starbucks less often and spend more. Or buying more generic products when you go to the grocery store and Target. These are small things. If you speak to an expert about retirement, they'll probably advise you to start paying into a retirement pension plan as soon as possible, which is great advice. The more you save throughout your working life, the more you'll receive as income once you hit retirement age. If you're a full-time worker, you should be already paying into a pension plan via your employer. It's more likely that you're offered a pension plan from your employer. So find out what they offer, the investments they have, all those details. And max it out is my last point. Your pension should not be your only form of saving. And you should build a savings account to pay for emergencies such as a car repair. So we need to have the emergency savings and the long-term savings for retirement. You can also fund long-term investments that mature around the time you retire. So if you're 40 and want to mature in 20 years, your investing horizon, the length of time you're investing is 20 years. If you're going to retire in 40 years, look at a 40-year time horizon. Match the time you have until retirement with your investments, and you can work with a financial advisor on that. And for more great information on accounting and finance, you can go here to conferenceroom.com.